Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Abby and today we are potting up some variegated Monstera cuttings I took about 4 months ago. They've been in water for that whole time and we're going to repot them up separately maybe together into soil. So I have been talking about this for a long time. We've been putting it off, and the great thing about water propagating is that you can literally just leave them, but then you will start seeing a decline. So they're not getting fed, like no nutrients going through. The soil obviously provides that, but also fertilizer. They just don't live in water. Like you will start seeing a decline. It's just not what plants do. So we're working with this. This is, and this used to be, my very large variegated Monstera plant. I've had this for quite some time, about 3 years now, nearly 3 years, and I wasn't happy with it. It went through a stage when I cut it up with having spider mites, so I took it back to stem. Like I took it back and I threw the main part away and all the soil. And in here we've got lots of new growth, roots, loads of algae and everything. So today we're potting this up and I'm prepared. Like I have everything I need with me, which is great. That never happens. So we're gonna do this quickly because I'm on lunch and I need to eat as well, but I've got a collection of nursery pots here, depending on the size of the roots per cutting, and then I've got some terracotta. These are like really old that I just found when I unpacked some stuff. And I've got my my potting mat, which I got from the very kind Hot Pink Hangers. So I pulled that out again and I'll be keeping that out now I found it because it's so handy. And the potting mix I'm going to be using today is BioBiz. Let me grab it for you. So it's this stuff, it's BioBiz. I get it in a 15, that seems wrong, 15 litres? Maybe it's not wrong. I buy it in bulk, but however I have over the last year and a half been using Grow Tropicals, and they so kindly offered to send me loads of new soil again, and I said, yeah, let me come get it from you so you don't have to pay shipping, or let me buy plants so you don't have to pay shipping, and I just never did. So I need to reach out to them again and be like, I'll come to your warehouse, I'm so sorry. But until then, the BioBiz is what I used before. I love it. It's not as good as Grow Tropicals though. But these are pretty hardy plants. They've been living in direct light for the whole time, and they're still good. So we're doing it here because it's going to be so much easier for you guys to see. So I've got my trusty phone here. This is my spare phone and it has got all of the, where are they? Here we go. It's got all of the questions that you guys gave me. So I'm just going to pull that up. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here so I can answer your questions. But first, let's just get into the plants. I need to make sure I'm in frame. I'm going to just drain this out because you can see it is extremely wet. So we'll start with the first question. The first question was, what first got you into houseplants? I don't know. I don't actually know what it was, to be honest. I have always been into plants and flowers. I went through a stage really, like, before I was heavily into houseplants, that I was into fresh cut flowers because I used to work near the local markets. So I used to always buy myself fresh flowers like every week. It was just like the best part of the week. And then, yeah, and the plants just came. So I'm not sure, we're just gonna have to try and untangle this because that is pretty insane. Can you see? Crazy. Okay, we're back. I can't believe this. I really can't believe these. They're so juicy. Look how long they have been growing for. There's no mold. Well, that's a lie. There is some, but or rot, sorry, should I say, but it's obviously not caused a problem. Like, I worry that there's some like here, but it's not been a problem because they're fine. So I'm just going to try separate them. But yeah, the first, what got me into houseplants, nothing in particular that I can really remember. It's not like, oh, my granny bought me my first plant, and I don't really remember. I remember getting one plant for a housewarming gift. It's in like a flat warming gift, which was nice. That was quite an impression on me because it was a heartleaf philodendron, and it was really beautiful, especially when it grew longer. But I remember when my husband and I first moved into our first rented flat, but this was like first rented without friends because we house shared when we were like just fresh out of, I think we were still in uni actually. So yeah, when we first moved into a flat, first thing I did was collect the keys from the agency and take over a plant. So I've been into the houseplants for longer than I can really remember. But yeah, nothing particular. The second question is, how are the house renos going? They're going slowly. My husband's doing everything, and it's a lot of work and a lot of pressure, although I don't give him the pressure. You naturally feel it, you know. Wow, look at that. But yeah, it's a lot of work. I don't think you can really explain how, this is disgusting. I'm going to rinse these before as well. But yeah, I don't think you can really get across to people how much work there really is. People are like, oh, it must be easy, but it's not at all. We're not paying anyone to do it, we're doing it ourselves. That's the whole point of this. Like, Magnus was discovered just before we got the keys. So he was a lovely little surprise, but we didn't know we were having a baby when buying a full renovation. So yeah, but we're not putting pressure on ourselves or anything. We're just doing it as and when we can and enjoying life together as a family of three. So there's rot there, you see. I'm going to cut that off before I put it in. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's why was I questioning whether I did that or not. I need a tissue. Oh, I've got a baby wipe. Same person said, do you have any trips planned for 2023? That's actually a really good question. Nothing wild. We are going back to Lithuania, obviously, because that's where the family are. But I have never done this with my brother and my dad before. But we're going on a staycation because my dad is 60 this year, which is super exciting for him. I'm sure he's very excited to turn 60. But yeah, we're going to a Yorkshire kind of like barn, like a newly converted barn with a hot tub, and not like I'd go hot tubbing with my dad and brother, but you know what I mean, it's like that kind of vibe. It's we'll be doing lots of walks in the Dales, yeah, just having a great time, barbecues and stuff. So I've got that planned for June when it's his birthday. This is absolutely disgusting, like absolutely, look at that. Ugh. And yeah, Lithuania, nothing else. I wanted to go to Italy for Magnus's first birthday, but it seemed a bit extra for a 1-year-old. So we're not going to Italy because I just haven't got the time to plan it. And also, he has so many holidays from daycare, which you need to obviously keep holidays for. So yeah. Someone said, the same person said, what do you do for work if you're able to share? I am able to share. I am a category manager buyer. So I work for one of the largest e-commerce companies, like bathroom companies. So I'm the category manager for heating, mirrors and bathroom furniture. I love my job. I'm in a dream job. I am, what the hell? Is this route all the way up there? Strange. I'm in a dream job. It's what I've always wanted to do. I've always loved this curtain. And that's got the new leaf. Look how cute it is. But yeah, I've always wanted to do what I'm doing. I was made redundant when I was 12 weeks pregnant with Magnus, a week before we were completing on this house. The company was going under. It wasn't like I was like specifically pinpointed. So yeah, our biggest customer headhunted me and offered me my dream job like 3 days later. So those 3 days were extremely painful. I was so stressed. But yeah, that's why I never got maternity pay, because I wasn't in that job long enough before Magnus was born. Another one. That's a cute one. I've always loved that one too. So yeah, that's what I do. Love it. Love buying. At the moment, I'm doing a massive project, which is fun. I literally, it's obviously more than this, but I look at lots of new brochures, choose products I like, you know, suggest them to the company owner, pitch them. And then yeah, we obviously manage all the sites as well. We've got 3 sites. I've got 3. The other 2 buyers have 2, because one is just for heating, which is a big job. It is a big job. Right, so we are back. Just gonna wipe my hands again. Yeah, I've given them a really good high pressure blast with freezing cold water, which I wouldn't recommend. I would recommend warm. But our boiler isn't on the main system anymore, so it's only freezing cold if I want it to be proper pressure, which I did, because it's cleaned these roots up really nicely. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, and I'm just gonna start with the smallest, which I noticed was this one. So really cute roots. I love that I bought this up, you know, as a just in case I need that one, you know. Obviously that's not gonna work. Not like I'd use this, but it's a bit small. I've got something to go in that, and nursery pot to go in that. I think it's this, isn't it? Yeah, these ones. I've got loads. Well, I've got 4 of these. So do I want to do it individually? That's the question now, isn't it? I don't like the idea of just one stem, to be honest. So let's put them up together. I think they're great together. So we can pop them, new growth point here, new growth point here. So I could pop them so they face the same way, like this. That would be nice. Do I want to put them in? Oh, I might put them in here actually. So I'm going to leave that like that, and I'm going to bring over my soil. I told you this would be messy. And I'm just going to go in. Okay, cool. I literally just line it with the bottom with some soil. Put these in, these roots. Keep the new growth points above it. Does that look good? Yeah, it does. So another question is, what's on your wish list for 2023? That's from the Jungle Haven. Hello, Claire. I don't know. At the beginning of 2023, it was just a tie, but obviously I've got that now, if you've noticed. I don't know. It's a very good question. I think I want another dragon scale, because I accidentally, you know, put that into dormancy. So yeah, that would be my number 1. But by dragon scale, I mean like the same size as I had before. Like not just like a baby cutting or anything. Like I've mentioned a few times before, I really like fuller plants now. I'm less into I'm less into cuttings. So yeah, I think a full plant of that. I saw, and I'll see if I remember to screenshot it and share it with you, but I saw Wild Fern share a plant earlier today, and I was like, that has my name on it. Not to buy, but the kind of plant I would like, because it looks expensive. It kind of looked like an alocasia. It began with a C, Sumatra, if I just made that up. That's one of my new radiators, so I'm sure I've just made it up. At work, I mean, my new Rangers. But it's an alocasia, and it kind of looks variegated-y, shiny, greeny. It's really beautiful. Okay, that one is done. That's cool. I'm gonna just put that there, and we will water that and clean the pot up. Next, I've got some here with different heights, don't I? So I need to be mindful of how that will look. It's this one, isn't it? No, it's not. This one with 3. Maybe I'll put that one and another one together. 2 new growth points here. Yeah, can I put them together? Do I want to put them together? I think I want that on its own. I like this one. This was one of the originals from the plant I bought from Plant Lovers, the original leaf. Does that go together? Why am I struggling? Yeah, let's do that. The roots aren't mega, so we'll do it here. I'm creating a real mess here. Can you see why I had to do this on lunch and not during nap time? Not that we get nap time anymore. Because to clear this up is going to be a nightmare. I can do it later. Okay, I'm not bothered about the this part, the stem not going in. It's kind of wedged in there, but I'm not bothered about it not being submerged in soil because it's fine. The roots are too big, so it's going to stay like that. Oh, I wish I had 4 hands. It was so much easier. So another question after the Jungle Haven was if I could go anywhere in the world, where would it be? And it depends on the situation. Now, if with a 1-year-old, no, why did I say that? He's not 1, with a 10.5-month-old, where would I go? Italy, like I said before, Italy. I love Italy so much. If he was older, or I don't know, before, India, China. Obviously places like Indonesia and things like that. I've been to Thailand a couple of times, but yeah, the Philippines, Indonesia, all places like that. Do you know what? All over the world. I've just listed everywhere, like major. Okay, I'm gonna have to tie them together, but that's another one. So much mess. I'm proud of myself though. I need to just wash my hand a bit. Where's my baby wipe? My hair is in my face. Okay, so we're still recording. I've got soil in my hair. So this is a 3. That's 1. That's a 3. I don't know why I did that. And that's a 1. And there's a 1 and a 1. There's a 2 and a 1. Do I want to... God, it's very dirty, this one. Yeah, I'm just going to put this on its own, I think. And it leaves 2 cottons together. 2 lots of 2s. And that should hopefully just stay while I get the soil. Propagation and repotting for dummies. Never done it before. Well, here you go. I need to show you. I cut. So here's the stem. The new leaf is here. The aerial root is here. I cut here because in case this rotted, I was able to, you know, salvage it. But the new growth point is from a node, and you can see that lump here. There's a lump there. The new growth point will come out of there. So you always want to make sure you're leaving a node like there. You always want a node because that's where your new leaf comes. And if you don't have a node and you have roots, great, the plant that you've cut will stay alive. It will never grow. So yeah, and then just cut. Leave it to dry out for a couple of hours so the ends callus over so they dry out. Otherwise you'll be at risk of rot, which I've got here. And I have left mine to callus over as well, so it still happens, rot still happens. And then I personally put in water. I know not everyone does. People prefer moss, people prefer loads of stuff like perlite straight into soil. I find that the riskiest. I'm really comfortable with water, hence these roots. I just think it works best for me. So hopefully that helps you. And then when that grows long enough, this one, I'll put it back in there. But yeah, that's the other one. That's the 3-leaf one. 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna put that there actually. Ah, my friend. Why are you so gorgeous? Thank you, Alex. What are your wish list plants? I've been over that one, so I will just maybe think of another one. I don't know. There's some real funky ones out there which I think are amazing. I might cut this off later. But I don't know, if I'm honest. I'm gonna say I'd pass. I just think I'm really happy with what I've got. No, that's incorrect. I do have a wishlist plant. I've wanted it for bloody years. It's a what's it called? A bird of paradise. I've always wanted a bird of paradise. I want a massive one, and I've been waiting for house to be done. Well, to a point where I can buy a bird of paradise. House does not need to be completed. I just need somewhere to put it. But yeah, I've always wanted one. They're so simple. They're so expensive now. They totally weren't that expensive before. So kind of gutted about that, but yeah. I feel like I need to jump in the bath after this, the shower. Oh, my hands especially, it's mega dirty. So another question was, how old are you? And I am the very ripe age of 20. I'm kidding. Oh my God, imagine. I'm 32. I feel very old, if I'm honest. I feel like everyone says this, not to me, but everyone says this about themselves. I feel like since I've had a child, I've aged like 100 years because I have eye bags now. This is another one, by the way. I just need to tighten that one as well with string. But yeah, I've aged so much. I absolutely love my baby to death, but he has made me look like I'm 45. Maybe he likes me that way, I don't know. But yeah, it's not a great look for me. I just don't sleep anymore. We have a child that just doesn't need that much sleep, and yeah, he's going through some things, separation anxiety, which I totally get. I'd be sad as well if I left me. But yeah, we're both very incredibly close to him. It's so nice, like both of us. And I think that's because my husband had 10 months off paternity with him, which was so special. And obviously I was working from home and super flexible work. Can start when I want, finish when I want, pick up when I finish, and you know, just I'm so lucky in that aspect. Going to work because I didn't get maternity because I was made redundant, and actually going into an office would have really killed me. I would have just not dealt with that well at all. And I think there's a lot to say about yeah, like I wasn't expecting to have any kind of impact from having a baby mentally. But I had loads, and it was so unexpected because I'm very optimistic and happy, and yeah, it was just such a change. So I didn't even know what the question was, but yeah, whatever the question was, that was the answer. The last one. This has got a really big, nice new growth point. So another question was, can we have an update on the Reno? It's very similar to the first one, but I kind of just touched on it. So at the moment, we still don't have a fully fitted kitchen. Like our kitchen is upstairs in our 4th bedroom, which is a small bedroom. But we've got a long-term temp kitchen. So we use an air fryer, we have a hob and everything, an induction hob, but it's like from IKEA, like super cheap, and like they can get dual ones and just so convenient. So yeah, we have a temporary kitchen, which is next to our bedroom, which we share with Magnus. He doesn't have his own room because our big bedroom, our main future bedroom with the ensuite, which will be future ensuite, is storage. But he wouldn't use it anyway, so I'm glad that I wasn't stressed about that. That's done. Well done. But yeah, we basically, all of downstairs is under renovation, which is so exciting, but quite a surprise because all of the joists were rotten. So my husband's literally stripped it down to the earth under the floor. And he's so good. He's doing such an amazing job. I just wish he gave himself more credit because he is so good. But yeah, that's me done. I'm gonna clean up and turn you around. So the good thing about this mat is I've made a lot of mess here, very little just on the side, but I can literally do this and then take it to the bin and shake it out. It's so good. But yeah, if anyone hasn't got one, you need to get one. I have done it. I have finally potted these up. So I'm going to give you a very, very quick overview of them because I have to get back to work. But I'm so pleased. They look great. Like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 individual pots. I had a problem with surface space before, so I don't know where these are going to go. But I'm very happy. This is the result of what I wanted when I took cuttings of them many months ago. So yeah, let's just get straight into showing you how they came out. So number 1, really cute. Don't love this that I painted, but hey. Number 2, cute. You know, it's okay. New growth point on that one and 2 new growth points on the other one. These are all going to get hosed down as well in the water. Number 3 is a 3-leaf cutting. I'm going to bring them together. So that's going to happen eventually. Number 4 we're on. A single. I've always thought this was a really cool leaf. It's a bit weird. New growth point. Oh. Number 5. One of my favourite leaves, which is strange because it's so low. But yeah, and then a new growth point popping through. And then the final one is the one that was a 3-leaf cutting. So yeah, I'm very pleased. Are they amazing compared to my other plant lover plants, which are all giving me loads of new growth? No, but I really like these. I like that they're small. I like that I've got, how many did I say? 6 potentials for big plants, but we all know I'm not the best with growing plants big. But yeah, we're finished. Sorry I didn't get through everyone's questions. There was quite a few left. But if I do something again, I'll save them and I'll go through them again next time. But yeah, let me turn you around to your central. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, but don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.